Okay, here I am at the Hare Krishna temple. It's like the thing, you gotta see. I got this stupid tripod. Look at that thing. That's just fucking can't get any shorter than that. So I'm all fucking stuck up in here. I guess that's good, right? Oh yeah, it is good. Okay, so I'm gonna do this thing right. Oh, now this thing's not working, right? I'm trying to twist one of these knobs. I'm gonna try to do this right. Talk about YouTube, you know, and what they do. And fucking ass this thing. And God, it's bullshit. All the abuse. It's hard to do it, go into detail, and then some stuff affects my kids and shit, my daughter, which is, then how the fuck can I talk about that? And the shit they do. It's really fucked up. But I did write a good thing. After that last video I made, I put this, so the description, I put this long ass thing, that last paragraph. That was funny. And then NXR Studio did a fucking video. They generate that stuff with one of their guys. It's like computer generated. That's YouTube that's running that shit too. And they had to talk about the Soviet Union, all the shit I talk about in their own like bogus way. You know, it's all fake. You know, but that's kind of odd. You know, they do that. But they just get that from all the other websites. I mean, all the other channels. Like, they got the computer. It's the YouTube computers doing that shit. Or something. So maybe people just plug in, they could even, like, make it, oh yeah, it kind of formed itself without them just doing it. But, God, man, I go, like, all that shit in Fort Myers, I don't even talk about it. I don't really want to go into it. But it's YouTube. YouTube people and shit. All the shit associated with it, and all their fake street, like everything, all that stuff with the police stopping their own undercover and doing all this shit that goes in with YouTube and their George Floyd stuff because they did murder him. Either that or it's a fake, and even that gets complicated because they make all these outlaw things. YouTube, they're Nazis. They're just this bad, like censorship. Like you see George Floyd did, like, it's so bad that they might have faked it. And then that could trigger one of their things. Like, that's supposed to be denying of the thing. It's like fucking, that's what they do. And then, like, that started with Holocaust denial, but that's what YouTube does now. They run the NXR Studio with, like, open Jew hatred, anti-Semitism. They're pro-Hitler, like, the whole fucking thing. It is, man. They're fucking bad, but it's also a joke. It's like SCTV. And they got the greatest. Oh my God, that ginger. They don't let me put any comments either. YouTube blocks me. So I can't even say, man, that's brilliant, that ginger guy. You know, with that, like, that fucking thing that grows on his forehead. He's such a ginger. And it's got this, oh shit. It's like he has to wear his baseball hat backwards. See, they know what they're doing. That could even be a computer. Because Facebook was like state of the art with that. The hydrangeas, my hydrangeas. They would do, where I lived, in my hydrangeas. They'd have their people they'd make up. And they go on, oh God, it was so fucking, exactly like how it is. But now I kind of wonder about the street. I think it's all fake. Everything. You know, they fake these kids out. They do, they rape them and get them. Fucking, they just work all the shit, all the interpersonal shit. It's kind of better how I am. Fuck, man. And then they gotta say, like, Elliot Rodgers, so you gotta be, incel is gotta be the bad, so you can beat the shit out of someone even more. And they ran Elliot Rodgers. YouTube did all that. So they might have faked that stuff. Either that, or they did those murders. If that happened, they did that. YouTube did that. And, one of their bot channels, whatever, they erased all that stuff. He was saying he did it. And they run that other fucking thing, the incel thing. That's all YouTube, Google. They're same shit. God, I used to try to help them. I used to say how Elliot Rodger has autism. Just talk about all this stuff with his photos, but that was all fake. YouTube was faking all that stuff. YouTube, Google. And they did it. And they threaten my kids. They do this stuff. God, I don't know if I really want to go into it. There we go. Man, you got the CIA coming through here some of the time, different kind of, or whatever. See, the thing is, you guys all got to join the Hare Krishna movement. Like, this is my old video, because they can't stand it. They got, oh my God. They're like, oh, please come here. It's like the others will chase away. They don't stop the thing, whatever. That's some weird shit, man. It is, man. And I just had my own problems, because I could have hung tough, but then I have my issues. That's my parents. But, and then it's like, I had to figure some other stuff out. What's going on? Hey, Tulsi Gabbard's going to be Secretary of State. Remember, I predicted it. So it's like this video, like later. I'm saying she's going to be Secretary of State. So whenever. In 4 years, or 8 years, or 12 years, or 16 years, whatever the fuck. Like, you know. They probably will. Because I'm thinking, when did... You look at Hillary, and she was running the shit, man. It's probably, you look at the playbook. You look at it is, man. Here's how it is. Because she's Hillary's thing. It's Hillary's project. Because remember, I fucking told you. Because I'm in fucking Boston. And I know this shit. Or I'm in the thing. Okay, but yeah, Hillary is like the president's wife. And that's State Department. All her girls got up in there. You know, from Wellesley. And I think guys gotta work on the yard, on the thing, on the building. Oh my God, he's gonna start doing the hole or something. He has to, okay, do the wall, and the air conditioner. Okay, so, because we're at the Hare Krishna temple, as we see. That's part of it. They got the big ass, we're in Coconut Grove. They got this thing and then the stuff over there. The tall part of the building. You got the big compound. Or we do, I guess. It's a collective. My wife's always in there. She's working on stuff. Making flower garlands and stuff. Okay. And I'm sitting in the car. The cat's here. Moe's here under the seat. Right, Moe? Yeah, she's there. That's Moe. Okay, so, yeah, Hillary, like, she gets the president's wife in the 90s. And it's kind of quiet. And all of a sudden, Obama, 2009 to whatever, for 4 years. She's Secretary of State. Right, 2009 to 13, like that, right, or something. Or maybe longer than that. Secretary of State. And then you go, because they come and go from the institution. And it's probably about the same way. That's their playbook. They got it. And it's like her and whoever and whatever. However they do it. It doesn't matter. They want to preserve the institutions too, though. It's not like you just have like whatever else. Who knows what it is? I sure as hell don't know. But they lie. YouTube just lies. God, they have all the censorship, all the really evil Nazi stuff. YouTube just terrorizing. And censorship. And taking stuff down and threatening. And they won't allow that video, any of it, that, fuck, man. I was going to say Woodrow Wilson. That, Mission to Moscow. They're fucking afraid of that shit. That just got the... God, it just talks about... They did do the Soviet Union. That's American stuff. Okay. Okay, I guess more about YouTube, what they do. They, oh God, maybe I'll put more videos up. They were all coming in there, all those YouTubers. It's all their street thing and stuff. They're doing North Fort Myers, And YouTube just lets me get the crap kicked out of me. It says all these lies about it. Then, God, they used to put people, they steal my videos and put them. And like say I'm shit and keep saying it and doing all this and hack it and stuff. And YouTube will give that like all these views and promote it, say that's the thing. And then my video will be like nothing. And they kept doing that. That's YouTube doing that. That's their shit they run. And they run it, they encourage them and stuff. However, but they're all up in there. And they like to be at where there's the public building, the tax collector thing. It's a public space. And they have a 24-hour gym with a shower for their douche. So everyone can have a douche. They all have their douche because YouTube, that's what YouTube. Right? They're kind of sick. They're kind of disgusting, man. They kind of should have. God, man. And oh shit, its ma'am was there too, I think. Yeah. There's a chance that girl came, that Ashley Frawley, whatever, the communist girl, went to my court, but maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it's someone that looks like her. It could have been, man. They do that shit too, and it is Florida. It's all over Florida. That's why you have the NXR studios and stuff. And they're cooking up some stuff. They wanted to do more stuff, and I don't let them do it. And YouTube freaks out. I do actually those protests, the No Kings protest. Like all fucking 4 hours of it or something, 3 hours, 4 hours of the ICE protest. And it doesn't even matter, like whatever you don't believe what I say or something. I still go around and look at all the stuff. Nobody else does that. It's all fraud. And it's all fraud. Everyone's fake down here. I don't know if it's like that in the rest of the country. And fuck, man. And they faked the George Floyd stuff. They murdered him outright. They did his diaphragm. That's like YouTube. They maybe did, or that's like didn't die. But I think they murdered him. And if it's not like that, they like fucking murder everyone. They go to jail and shit. It's all a lie. They don't help you. They don't you can't make a video of some bad thing. And it fixes it. They're lying. And they create all that shit. Like, I get abused at my dentist. I haven't been able to go to a dentist for like 3 years now. It's, I'm on a kill list. And, oh, God, I told you guys all about this. It's fucked up. And my doctor, too. And then I got, like, I grabbed at the doctor. We're still waiting for the body cam. They're, like, going to take fucking 3 months to do it or something. Up at Coconut Creek. Was that Creek? Yeah. Or, what the hell is that called? Coconut Creek? Yeah. And YouTube says all this shit, lying shit about me. You know? And, fuck, man. They've tried to get my son to kill the cat. He drops the cat over the fence. That was them doing that. And I hooked in with those guys next door. That was some fucked up shit, man. Then I got people coming after me. God, they used to just hound my son with autism and then send the police out after him. And YouTube's all hooked in with that. That's their shit. You get permission. Because I go around the court and it's all like run by the same fucking bots. Oh God, man, that's oh God, man. Yeah. Shakisvili. I just go Shakisvili. Oh man, it will be too. Oh shit, man. Russia made me fucking go crazy, man. I'm so much like Shakisvili. Right? He's got like a fucking badass. Oh God, don't get me going. But yeah, I just gotta get out there. I gotta do my shit. I try to go to a dentist. I got this appointment coming up. God, man, come on, man. It's like all that. It's like that. Check it out. What is that? What kind of car is that? Is that a fancy car? Damn, that thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, hold on. I gotta twist this damn thing. God, man. Okay, man. So fake, man. See, they got to, you didn't see it though, but they'd have to look. They're like, first they're peeking out this way. They got all the fucking umbrella up there. And then they go by. I'm fucking my own fucking business. They walk by. And then they're like fucking looking. You have to look back. You have to do that shit. That whatever. And that's that shit down there. But it's good, right? It's okay. Oh shit. I don't know nothing to do with this shit. It's so funny. But it's just like that, I guess. It's like it's a public utility. I guess it is, right? When your religion is owned by the CIA. Well, they own all religions. They don't let you have religion. That's just the fact. That's it. They fucking run this shit. Or they fucking are on it. They're on it. And now you even know why it's like, you know, Prabhupada says stuff, and it's like, oh, difficult. I don't know, 4 rounds a day. I mean, 16 rounds, fucking, what are we? 2 hours. That's like a lot. I'd have to chant 3 hours, even going kind of quick. That's what it's like, oh man. Yeah, he's got it like that. So it fixes. Oh man, it does a thing, man. If you knew, like, if they could just explain, hey, the CIA's all in here. We gotta have these rules. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Man, I wonder where Yodio went. I was supposed to remember his name, but I looked it up, I didn't see it. Yvonne Caesar. Like, Puerto Rico. I thought maybe he'd be president, I mean, not Puerto Rico. I mean, Panama. I thought maybe he'd be president of Panama or director of intelligence or the vice president or something, but I didn't see it. They made sure, I realized because they made sure I remember his name. Somehow I know his last name, because it's just got to be around, he's got to say it. No, and I don't know anyone's fucking last name. He just drops it enough times. And it's weird, it's like Caesar, you know, like in Planet of the Apes. That's my name, right? And that's a name they have down there too. And Yvonne and Cynthia was like, Yvonne. Yeah, he's doing fake out. I was doing some fake out. Dude, oh yeah, Carbondale. Damn, how does he connect? Yeah. Man, something did get going. Yeah, there's something. Take care of him. Tell him to take care of me, right? And after I went to Florida, in a certain way, and then something, and something. And if you had someone, like, a little bit, he was teaching Sanskrit. He actually did. Like, I'd have to get started up again, but I could read it, phonetically read it, like all that. It's not hard to do, because it was constructed. It's a constructed language, like the phonetic, the letters. It's all the way. I don't know what they would have before, but it was systematized and constructed. There's a guy, whatever his name is, back in 800 AD or whatever the fuck it was, that systematized it. I think something like that, right? Or maybe before. It was like. And it's all organized. Even though it's all squirrely, the writing. But, yes, I used to be able to read it. That's what we do anyway. Let's go to the Bhagavad Gita class. Man, I wonder, so Raghunath Swami, so what was up with him? That's what I should just do, never mind. Complaining. I'll go to Raghunath Swami. Man, he must be old now, right? So then what the hell's up? Like, Because what hell's this up with it, all the child abuse stuff, right? Because this is like all the fucking way. All in with the CIA and in with the original plan that's from before the Holocaust, has to run alongside that shit and cooperative with it. That's why I'm telling you that shit's an inside job. When you look at it, you're gonna have the Jewish community, all the charities and anything. Oh, go in. Okay, so good. Okay, so all the charities and everything, all the German Jew charities or something, all in America. Oh, then everyone comes in. Okay, it's all them. They integrate since 1880, 81. Like it's all okay. So now it's run out of it's in Yiddish now. It's run, since 1881 or whatever, and it's run out of Vilnius, Lithuania. Okay, so that. And what are you gonna do? And it's out of New York City and Vilnius, and in fucking Yiddish. Did I say Sanskrit? That'd be funny. It's in Yiddish. That's so funny, isn't it? I know I must have said Yiddish. Yeah, run it in Sanskrit. We need to run it in Sanskrit. And I'm telling you, man, this one guy after the Soviet Union fell, people are running around. Well, somehow he got into America. He kind of wised me up. It's just some depressed thing, but it's like kind of what I say, but not actually saying anything. It's like they're all in on it. It's all, the line is money versus not money. I know who guys with money are guilty. Yeah, basically what it really happened, you know what I mean? Like, go from there, it's this thing. And it's just the poor. And what are we going to do with them? Oh, we're going to educate them, spank them out of bed, go to school, or do the thing, or gas them. And get it, and make it middle class thing. And, that's what they chose. That's what they did, man. It's run out of America, Vilnius, run out of Palm Beach too. But the guys all go over there with Yiddish and all the cool gangs and stuff after they were in New York in the Bowery, all those big areas, not just Bowery, but all that southern Manhattan. And go over there. And what can you do? Like, you could explain, they might not know it's like that too. And it gets set up like that. And then you look, and then the thing is, you look at it like, what with France then? Once you accept my premise, it's like, okay, then damn, man, that's France is in on that shit. Like, enough of it. And the thing with the money is in with the money. What's am I in with money? And reparations. Oh, what's France doing? Well, they owe America all the money after World War I. Oh, and then so Germany has to pay reparations to them, and they can pay America back, and it flows around. They're just on the hook, and they worked it, and those guys wouldn't know, and they just get all the life sucked out of them between the wars, right? And they think it's good, and they think they're standing tough, and really it's just. And they realize if rug gets yanked out, and then oh shit, and then they're left standing. And even some of the Vichy France, maybe some of the worst ones, don't cut and run. And you gotta look at it. Well, Vichy France, they don't cut and run. And they're there, and you might know. And Louis, this is gonna be beginning of a beautiful friendship. You got all that shit that they don't even announce is up in there. It's sick. Maybe some guys are playing that from the beginning too. There are others that do it. And they worked it, man. It works like that. And they put all the Jews, they gave up all the Jews. Gassed them pretty much, right? Did all kinds of stuff. And you have Klaus Barbie. And Klaus Barbie. And because they don't care, man. It's like a funky State Department anyway. It is. Tulsa's gonna be State Department. I see. It's already. Well, it always is. You guys know what I mean. Come on, man. State Department bugs me. I'm too stuck up. I'm too stuck up for that. I used to be like, what he promised me. I want what he promised me. Okay. Man. Yeah, so I'm from Boston. Okay. God, stop, is it? It's gonna be more. See how funny we are? Aren't we retarded? I mean, I am. Alright. He's gotta work on the thing. You can't be like that. That's such a hoe. They're a YouTube hoe. Anyway, it ain't me, man. I'm trying to just be in my car. Look at it, like some jammed up. Put the fucking umbrella. Come on, man. He's gotta work on that little thing. Okay. Yeah, it tells you can be like, it don't even matter. They already got all the stuff anyway. They like to keep it above board too, summertime, right? Fuck, man. I still have that shirt too that Hillary gave me in DC or State Department. Okay, that's one of the ways I figured it out too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So you have illness, and it'll be like this stuff, and what can you do? Otherwise, tell everyone, oh, you're in some ghetto, or it's all this. And how else do you organize it? And what's going to be? Oh, I don't know. They don't know what to plan. They're always going to overrun. They think they're going to kick up a war. I don't know. Yeah. Oh shit! They let them have the Sudetenland. That means like Hitler is going to bust through. If you have to know your shit though. It means he's going to kick through and have to fight the Russians hard out on the fucking plains of Ukraine. And still, that doesn't mean you wouldn't know it means genocide. Like, you wouldn't know. It's fucked up. Unless you know, but it's like, God, man, I told you some other shit happened to me. When me and my dad put the dog out in the cold, man, I'm almost fucked up. I thought it wasn't, or I don't know, no, it was weird. Yeah. And as he's working, he's getting run, man, that's why he can do that shit. Well, I knew that, he's gotta be, I didn't know he could be run, I didn't know there was such a thing. And it's not coming from him. It is kind of like the Overlook Hotel. Well. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so back to the Hare Krishna movement. I guess maybe they don't know, but they got a plan that goes back. This plan, the CIA Mumbai, as I call it, a thing. Lord Mountbatten. That's like they did that. They got it all. After World War II, they got it all good. But that plan goes back to that plan's like the original. That plan's all the way back. That's before the Opium Wars with China. And, let me see. The plan is maybe not, or thinking something like that. But the Indians maybe not knowing. Not knowing that's the plan. They're just going with the thing. But what the whole concept I'm trying to do is it's not just colonialism. Like it wouldn't be. You can see how this is. Like they got a better society, and it wouldn't be like, oh, you can't go around there. They got their better thing, or they got their Swami or something, and that's going to detract from you. Like there's a certain thing where it won't. They don't care, and it's like whatever. Or it'll this yield way. But that's what it is, man. And with Japan. It'll go like India and Japan will have a connection. That goes all the way back. And that's one of the things to look for. When you have the Bhaktivinoda Thakur and whoever, they're talking about it. They're trying to revitalize Hinduism and Vaishnavism, in 1880 or whatever. But this is what it means. See if it's like, the samurai. Their samurai are the fucking kshatriyas. Where else? But you don't have that anywhere else. But there's that guy. Man, and it'd be like, I don't know, man. See, I got such an issue, man. So I can tell. That guy's cool, though. Man, I had so many fucking... Now I'm thinking. Now we had Celia. Now what the hell? They have those pictures. We have Celia, right? See, this doesn't... It comes around the thing. That guy is cool, though. But... Man, I used to go hang out with my guy on the beach from Hawaii. See, before we don't even know, we're just doing this. He was freaking out when I said I like Trump. Like, Hillary, it's Hillary. He's a Hillary man. You gotta be for Hillary, it's like that. Isn't that funny? And now And now he knows, it's like, oh shit, it's all cuckoo world. He didn't even know that part. Man. It's so funny. Gotta be like that, man. Man, I guess, it's a Mustang car. Man, I don't know. Poor guy. I mean, me, right? I'm just so pathetic here. I'm just got issues, man. Well, YouTube gives me an issue. Tell me I'm a piece of shit. But never mind, they just lie. Alright, okay. Alright. It'd be like, okay, whatever, man. Oh yeah, so the plan, like, yeah. Now see if you'll find it, man. Because we ought to tell the truth. It's gonna be a thing. Because there is some physical thing, like, I guess, versus spiritual. No, it's like there's a fucking undercover plan. The fucking thing worldwide. The fucking Lord Mountbatten thing. The British, they're always like, God, they're on the American side in the Revolutionary War. It's a funny thing, they're undercover. So I already said that before. It's complicated. And then they're in it with Napoleon. Napoleon just yes, go to Egypt, bang that all out, get it ready for the Suez Canal later and whatever, get everything good. Like let all their boats sink, right? You don't need Trafalgar. He'll just let you sink all the fucking boats, right? And then go back, and then bang around, get Europe straightened out, go to fucking Russia and get a bunch of soldiers slaughtered, and go to do the Tsar's work, like let Moscow burn to the ground. You go in, he's gonna burn it, or you get to your agents. It's probably, here's what it is: Napoleon's agents are in with Russian stuff. Like, oh, no, they're all in there burning it. That's what it is. They're undercover motherfuckers. Oh my God, Napoleon's undercover guys, and the Russian ones that left behind, they're all going around burning it. That's why it burns so fucking well. They're teaming up like that. They're double teaming it cooperatively to burn the fucking thing. And it's a scorched earth plan. We're gonna make this like it's gonna be like the Esplanade, like in Paris, whatever. Napoleon III. Gonna burn this shit out. We're not going, are we? I'm trying to make a video. Are we leaving or something?
I'm ready to.
God, I just started making a video.
We can stay if you need to.
Okay, I don't know. Let me just finish. I don't know what to say. Like, gotta be like, I'll have to make this a 2-part video, I guess. I'm just talking about, what's, yeah. Well, I just got started because I've been sitting here reading. I've been reading all my Muncie's magazines and stuff. Couple things. Yeah. And all those from year like 1898 and 1902. No, she hasn't come out.
Can I have some water, something cold
Yes.
to drink? Thank you so much. I need it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to try to make a video. I was like kind of talking. Let me just finish. Okay, so then what? What is the point? Fucking people, man. I don't want to just keep my people coming. I don't want to be like a voyeur. Okay, so but what happened is yeah, look to see if the samurai and the Kshatriyas, you know, the four Varnashas, whatever the fuck. And look at this, samurai seem to have that actual task, right? And like, you don't see that in India or anything. Well, no. They're running around like that, and see if they get a little influence and a help. I don't know, they don't say a lot about it, but it is kind of weird. It probably is a natural thing, and India went through those things like that. Yeah. And so I guess I gotta just I'll make another video to stick this together, right? So that's pretty good. It's all CIA up in here. It's a lot of CIA or whatever, State Department, whatever all the thing. It was like, that is so funny. Oh yeah, and I'll do Raghunath Swami later. We'll do Raghunath Swami, right? Oh, we should do with you is Raghunath Swami. Let me get, damn, I'll just keep this running. Okay, Raghunath Swami. This is gonna be fucking jammed up again. God, man. This thing is a mess. So when I first came to Temple and met you there, it's like 1988. I came in December of 88. And, alright, so hold on, let me give you your thing. Here. Here's that. What? That's another V8. Why are there V8s? Want a V8?
No, I want them.
Yeah, you don't want them. Okay. God,
You said to bring some.
Well, I keep putting together.
You brought some.
Yeah. I don't know if it's in the ice, though. It wasn't in the ice.
I brought 5 fish waters.
Okay. It's not in with the ice, though. But you want ice with it?
No, I just want physical.
Okay, here. Okay, so when we first came, Raghunath Swami was temple president, and he had been in the Marines for 12 years. And it was like Apocalypse Now. It was like Colonel Kurtz. Remember how he's totally insane from that, stressed from the thing. Yeah, he was like, it's not just faking it. He did have an issue. Whatever it was. He had an issue. Isn't it cool? He was cool as hell. And then Bhakti Kevin was there, and he had been in the Marines for a while.
Yes.
And he had friends blown up in Beirut, but that's like 1983, 82 that happened. So that's even a few years earlier. But some of the guys he knew got blown up. Because that was on purpose. And so what I'm thinking is you got something's going on in the Marines. That was on purpose, that Beirut stuff. And there's some undercover shit, and they do like kill a lot of birds with that stone and whatever they did, right? And so then you have like weird, and how it's even the Marines. We got the Marines here, and then Raghunath Swami. They say on the internet, oh, he beats children or something, like he did that when there was this school, the Gurukul, and that was the Vrindavan one, not the Mayapur, right? All right. I mean the Mayapur. I get them mixed up. They say, but But who knows, because they're doing fake stuff, and then they know ahead of time everything, what this shit is. That was all fucking fake out and whatever the hell. Maybe stuff goes on, and I don't even fucking know. And he disappears, and he goes down the memory hole, and they say this stuff. He's not telling the president, but they're all like working that. However it fucking works. Which I don't even know. So or like, yeah, it tastes just like a teardrop, drop it in the ocean. So Elie Wiesel, that thing he made, the one video, he's got the cartoons. It's like the point. Like it would go to that music. He's like, I'm weak, I can't do it, and I enjoyed my life. He's confessing everything, you see, and I enjoyed my life, I'm weak, can't do anything, because it is. That's way later. This is like 12 fucking hours later. Okay. Look at these cat scratches. That's not even fighting. Like it was raining outside, so I took her outside. And not out in the rain, but like in the patio. She thought I was going to keep walking. And so she got all tense and climbing my arm doing something. Evade and avoid, and then that was earlier today, so. But it's all good. She enjoyed it too. Okay, I'm not going to take the cat tomorrow. We're going to go Sunday. I mean, I guess it's today, tomorrow, if I put this up. The two videos together, it's, like, because she gets tired out just being in the car. There's that. The deer got put up there. And there's winter. Even though it's summer. See, I can't even keep track if it's winter or summer up there. I know it's the middle of summer, but it's like you start to lose track. Guess if you go to the southern hemisphere, it'll be winter. In Argentina. Damn. Okay. I was going to say all this stuff, all this strong stuff. Like opinion or something. Damn. And I forgot. And, yeah, so I think, God, I think even all the history, all the Middle Ages, like, or early modernity, well, I guess what would it be? Depending on how you count. Like Christopher Columbus, 1492, Queen Isabella expelling the Jews, and doing all that, 1492. I guess that's early modernity, right? Very early modernity. And, yeah. But there's more to it. And then the Catholic Church, and they're all like activated. They're going around with like, you know, and they got connections. They go over to the Ottomans, I'm sure of it, and then back and forth. And they're already setting up everything. It's, oh shit, when does, oh shit, Constantinople. Yeah, that falls. Oh, that's before that, right before. Years. Okay, no wonder. Yeah, they send. Jesus Christ, man. And there's all this stuff is just secret. It goes down the memory hole, and it gets even more intense. Like it's about money and stuff. Like just how people don't talk now. I go around and like, what the fuck? And it's awkward, you know. Like I'm videoing, and I mean YouTube's all the way corrupt, but just people on the streets out of context, like who's doing history. and whatever, or keeping track of what's really going on. So I think stuff was always going on. And then they cover it up with all the anti-Semitic stuff. They have their conspiracy theories, and then the Illuminati, they'll just do it like that. And YouTube, everything will go with it and make it like that's the thing. And you gotta be suppressed. And they're just lying. And God, fuck. Yeah, I was gonna say some stuff. I was like, now I'm forgetting. Yeah, so YouTube is it's really bad. They're lying in bad faith. That NXR Studios did do a thing. They fucking did a thing, man. They can just crank that thing out and generate a fucking video with their fake ass artificial intelligence. That's YouTube. That's doing that shit too. They're fucking lying, man. That's why they treat me like shit. Because I'm not with their thing. And so, okay, so fuck. It's like you have the whole Holocaust and they'll get people implicated, and then however, no one's like just assessing history. They'd be like, you know, Holocaust gets up and running and people don't know what's coming. Like, that's the big thing, but certain ones, like the top thing does. And then it has to flow, and there's the guilt and the thing and the money and all the shit. And everyone's expelled. Like, it's fucking, that's what I'm saying, Queen Isabella, that's a crazy shit, but that's what they fucking just did. Just right in our lifetime, right before I was born, everyone's expelled, genocided and expelled to Israel and wherever. Like, they're fucking, you know, some of them in Russia, but then, and God, I'm the only one who gets it. Like, actually just says that. Like, they funded both sides. They did that. That was the whole fucking thing. The ultimate guys on the know. Oh, Jesus Christ, and YouTube just bans and banishes any mention of that Jeffrey Davies. Or was it Jesse? Jeffrey Davies? What is his name? The ambassador to the Soviet Union from 1936 to 38. They banned that video, and they're just like, then there's fucking nothing. And it's fucking weird. It's weird. He goes down the memory hole because they're letting you know. You look at that. Go look on Vimeo and go look at that video. Look at his introduction. It's 4 minutes long. It's long as hell. And he's doing Nixon stuff. You'll see Nixon in him. And he says, oh, my saintly mother. So he's even doing that. So you're supposed to know. Because they're telling you. And then you have, it's weird, they'll do that and then have the scumbag censor. Because they'll really, there's some function, there's some game. America's business is business. You know, they pretend there's competition and stuff. So when you catch them, like, all the shit, like, it doesn't mean, like, somehow they like to do it, run it that way. And they run it that way to a great degree. To get everything going, running around the street and all the shit, up in the factories, up and down. And they're like, YouTube's a piece of shit, the scumbag, the liar, the thing that has to censor it. But they gave it away. You know, Ambassador Jeffries, and they're fucking, and then YouTube has to censor. They play it like that. So they're the evildoer. And it maybe wasn't made to be like this. Like, you know, I was just thinking with the Hare Krishna movement, you know, because they got this stuff. Way back, like I was saying, but they don't know people. And it's not easy. It's like, it's an inside job, like I said. Just as now you could say, like, no one spoke out. You have Elie Wiesel, and he dies, and there's not, oh, we need more history, there's this, that. It's like, okay. And Norman Finkelstein and Alan Dershowitz, like Finkelstein, for a couple of years before the thing happened, the Hamas raid, Pesmos, yeah. All the tunnels. Come on, man, they got the tunnels. He said he had dropped out, stopped doing doing stuff, and how he was so bad, even he gave up. And that's all that's a bunch of hooey. And so then he's in on it. They do this thing, and him and Alan Dershowitz, and that's even why they talk. You know, why Dershowitz says his mom was a capo, or like says that he says it, and it's like some shit, and they have to bitch back and forth. And it's all fake ass because they're kind of saying that they do bad things, and there's things. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. And that's the thing. That's you remember Norman Finkelstein's from the Under the Roller Coaster at Coney Island. Same as Jeffrey Epstein, Woody Allen. The thing. And Jeffrey Epstein, God, that's even to show the State Department and the Holocaust and stuff, and they all have to be here we're naughty, like here we're gonna keep it going, like with crazy cuckoo. Like they're all naughty and get caught, like when it's all fucking fake. Shit, man. And YouTube just has to lie. I don't think it's like these guys. I don't know, they volunteer, they do a thing, and then these other motherfuckers have to lie and censor. And I think it's two opposite things. There's a certain lane they have to do or they get fucked over worse. But they volunteer, like Prince Andrew volunteered. And you can go look at it. He's wearing a fat suit, and the whole fucking thing. I put that video up. And even Eddie Murphy, before he does the Fat movie, doesn't he get caught with a transvestite prostitute, or like he's in the car and they do a traffic stop and it gets all in the news, and then a cop will say, "Well, you be very careful, Mr. Murphy, from now on. He's got the big tranny in the car." It's supposed to be like always a scandal or good or bad, or like is he driving his car correctly, or whatever the fuck it is, and because they're letting you know, and he's gonna do all the fucking fat suit because people are in disguise, and it's like it's a thing you're supposed to notice it. And Eddie Murphy even does his little bit. He'll do his little bit, like something. He's a little naughty, or it was illicit, or something, or there's like disguises. Fuck, man. Yeah. And so, God, it's just, yeah, it's got to be all this regulatory capture, regulations. They'll just tax them and bleed them, like what they do with me. Like I just got no dentist, and they torture me and fucked me up. And YouTube does it. YouTube does that. It's in on it. The whole thing. My teeth are all fucked up. And I lost a lot of teeth. I'm not kidding. It's fucked up. It wasn't like that before. And because they got the dentistry stuff locked up. And YouTube knows what that is too. And I got some things where I videoed, so I could prove it, but it's kind of weird putting that on YouTube. It's iffy. And then I went to a doctor this last time about my sinus again, and the guy came in and said, I was trying to video, and he's flat out lying. I never said anything like that. So they're already on me like that. And he was sent in there to threaten me. God, we got COVID, and that might be for good or bad, or we're going to get the good thing. I got that really strong COVID. I'm still coughing some out. Like, it might be done now, because it doesn't do that weird itch tickle, but maybe slightly. I was like hacking up some stuff. And the bitches, my, whatever, their bubonic plague, anthrax, license plate, army license plate. That's how I knew I had something, but it's just COVID. But this is a good COVID, probably. It was. And YouTube's just fucking lying. And that's just tell me I'm shit. and just lie about everything. And they're running all those fucking things. They murdered George Floyd. I'll just say it like that, because just keep in mind when I say that, it means that or fake. And it's just as bad. And because I say apparent in that description, which is correct. But it gets too fucked up to keep having to say this shit. And they make it fucked up like that. They didn't care. I went to Cape Coral. I was even in Cape Coral. It's not our own volition. My wife looks up stuff, and it's like fucking, that's Google and all that shit. It sends her right there. You know? We can't even get places otherwise. Other places. Finally, we got in this place, and that's a special thing. Finally. Or like this, or however the fuck they work. It's fucking weird, man. This is some weird shit. But, man, so, damn Oliveira, my dad's graduate student, he had been in Menard, a prison guard in Menard. It's a fucking serious prison. So I look up Oliveira, and I'd like do that Google spelling, whatever the fuck. Oliveira. There's some soccer player, so presumably that's right. I don't know. And I do that, I have to fucking force it and rape it out of them. Put it in quotes. And like Southern Illinois University in quotes. And sociology in quotes. And before it'll say something might be associated with something. And it's all bullshit. It's all a fucking lie. There might be one guy that graduated in 86 or 87. Not him, though. Probably. And I don't even know if that's the right spelling of the name. Or however, if that's the real name, or whatever the fuck. But that's my dad's other graduate student. Now, what's graduate student mean? Does it mean... It means they're getting a master's degree, right? They're not always getting a PhD, right? Yeah, graduate student, that's what that is, yeah. And then they hang around. So they're getting a master's. And what do they call it if they're after their master's? They're waiting for their PhD. I don't know. But it looked like it could be, though, because there's one thing mentioned prison and one thing the other shit. But I don't think it is. I think, yeah, it's like fucking rigged anyway. If Google, YouTube wasn't rigged, you could still rig it like that. So these things will ping. You know, you'd be looking for Oliveira, so it'll say something about a prison and some mention. You might think it is, and it's nothing to do with it. But I'm really thinking, he's like with this other fucking thing. Isn't that awful? My friends from the prison, they saying to me, how good is Philly? Isn't that fucked up? I told you that's one of the most fucked up things in my fucking life. I go through this shit. Why is it that the prison is the cool guys? Why is it like I go to the county jail and it's like, oh shit, civilization. The real people and it's fucked. Our institutions are fucked. And they're probably doing a thing when they say they rape everyone in the ass. There's a certain thing and you'd have a thing, you know, whatever you did. And they're slandering it and fucking making it fucked up when you had that scared straight stuff. Because that came out in the Reagan years. So I'm thinking of that. That might have been, that was in 86, something like that. Grace could look that up. First wave of that. And the Forest Service did some rape stuff. Anal rape. Jail threats. Like Smokey the Bear commercial. And the guy says, I was with my daughter. Because they said he'd start a fire. And I'm going to need your belt and your shoes. And it's like a black guy. Jail guard. And the white guy's like, why? He's like a Mr. Stockbroker or something. Having a bad day. And I've never been in trouble in my life. I was with my daughter. It starts like that. It's got all the douche and stuff. And they run it all there. That's all their douche where they go pump each other up the ass and stuff with it. They go throughout the other end. And it's their thrill. They're all like that. Kind of wonder. All the fucking stuff. Man, YouTube's just lying, man. They murdered everyone with AIDS. They murdered everyone, man. That San Francisco stuff was a fucking setup. That's not normal. That's like, where's the disco? I gotta go to the disco or something. They fucking subsidize the hell out of it, so you go there. And it's like all that. And your daddy issues and all the things. They got the different things. And it was all fake. And it all has to get pummeled and then that thing. And then they get, the guys given it, like they fucking run that shit. And Harvey Milk, he skipped out, man. And they had Jonestown just a couple weeks before he died. I don't think he did, though. And he's a Navy diver instructor on a nuclear submarine. It's like, come on, man. And Harvey Milk, you know, they make a thing out of it. And Guyana is where all the offshore oil is, underwater. So, you know. But now I know that Johnny Eaton. Well, we had John Nicolarchi died, right? You know, of AIDS. No one gets to go see him sick. He looked just fine. I was there and I have to know him. And then Linda's hanging out with him. Oh, he's died. I don't know. Maybe I'll inherit. Maybe I won't. And she's always like fussing about it and adopting him, saying to everything. They're all into thrift stores together and all the old stuff. John Nicolarchi collected stuff. He was so fucking cool. He was like super Pee Wee Herman, like with all collectible stuff from the 50s. He must know John Waters. He knows John Waters. So, because they're all the same shit. Okay. And how the fuck is that going to be? And that's kind of late. And he's going to have that problem. And so I'm kind of hoping he didn't. I don't think he died. You know, he like in the submarines, yeah, shit. Out on the fucking, we had to go out to the coast in the middle of the night, go swimming. A little bit. And then the police car was off in the distance to the parking lot. It just drove through. And like he knows all the shit they're in it. And they just drove and left. And he said, "Leave us alone, we're adults." He was yelling that. It was great. He had a cool swimming pool at his house too. And then like you go around, down one stairs to go to the basement, and then around up these other stairs, and it goes to the pool, and then around, and then that goes to the kitchen. So it's a circular thing. So the house would just seem huge and just magnificent and perfect. And it's John Nicolarchi. He's like a famous thing. He's the thing. That's the stuff. Okay, so Linda's like going there. Okay, so then we had Johnny Eaton, and he's supposed to die, and he went to Judy Garland's bar. That the one, whatever. Is that Wally's? Some Judy Garland's Revenge. He didn't die. He let me know too. Shit. He did this thing. I was Betty Crocker coming out of the kitchen. Like, okay. Yeah, flipped it through. Betty Crocker coming out of the kitchen, like, I don't know, making chocolate cake or making a batter, like, in a ball. Something like that, right? And you can smell the cake, but I don't know, I guess it's a surprise. But you can't see it or something like that. Someone said, "Man, you should have called. You should have come in. Don't just walk in the house like that." You know, I go, because I'm supposed to go meet someone there. Like you're just not, it's not right. And he's all by himself at the house. And so it's like that. And I always remember that. And he's all like self-righteous. How dare you? You don't come in the house. And it wasn't like I was in the wrong all the way, but he should always knock and like ring bells and yeah. And he fucking did that shit. He set that shit up, man. So if I ever get to this level, right? And then that's the thing. He was always annoying, always down on me. Like, think of he's keeping the pressure, man. Man, that's Aldrich James and shit, man. That's the shit, man. You better fucking believe it. These motherfuckers got played. They got fucking played. Fuck. Because Boston's like, you could kind of keep an eye on stuff in certain ways. Damn. That was so funny. Yeah, so that's that. That's that. So now I know, because I was like used to. It was also, had to be like, no, nothing negative. He's fucking good, too. He's good at that. And never remember, forget everything. Forget you, never thought about you. Forget everything. Because they all moved over to, they were on Green Street. When that was going to start happening in JP. And the Lucy Parsons Center moved down out there, too. That's got to be something. One guy came back from Turkey. Was it there? That might have been there. Or was it in Cambridge still? First they're in Central Square. They had a tunnel too. You know, where they got, right at their desk, they showed me. Because, like, you open the floor, and it's like you go down to the basement. Most had a thing like that in the kitchen, but that just goes. I suppose they get their tunnels. And they went up to Green Street. And that's before that was a thing. Fuck, man. Yeah, and I just issues, man. I had fucking issues, man. It's hard to say. Yeah, and whoever would know anyone. Now, because there is a thing of isolation, one generation to another. Now, what was I thinking? Like, yeah, I was isolated, or like other people were in Carbondale from other generations, and it's like, what was it? Fuck, man. Yeah, so Olivera wanted to take me deer hunting. Then my dad had to say a special thing, like his other graduate student, the cool one. The one that told me about the ditch weed. It was like actually a good pot, like with THC and everything. Like, and they make sure. Like it's the wild, the hemp stuff, but it's up in Urbana, Champaign-Urbana, along one of the rivers. But that graduate student, my dad said that guy had told him that Oliver reminded him of a guy who was a narc that got him arrested once when he was young. So you got to do all that shit, and it's all a lie. Because there's something that's a little out of control. Oliver was trying to hang out with me. And it's like a little scary because he did come from an hour, and I think he's a big guy too. He's big and round. I think he's also just big too. If I'm remembering it correctly, or at least seems like it, like he'd be the 220 pound, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like it. A big bear of a guy, like a bear. That could be like out of it. And I was just too fucked up to talk to anyone, especially if any undercover shit, because they're always got their thing in reserve, or the thing they don't say. Even if they're trying to help me, it's too weird. And I could deal with the guys down in Florida. Now, how the hell do I come back up and that's after I went to Florida, isn't it? Because it's like, let me think. Oh, shit, is it? Oh, no. No. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, so 85 maybe. Before I went to Florida. I went to Florida in just like January of 86, just before the space shuttle blew up. But I have to get this straight. I used to know everything, and I used to write it and stuff. I can't believe I can't remember stuff. Like almost felt like I was getting the guy's name right, the so-called bully. I'll probably get it someday. Maybe it's in there somewhere. But he's so far. I guess I'd have to be like, if I went back to Carbondale, I might remember because I went there once and so I was driving around and I didn't know the way around as much as I used to, because I used to know every road, like details, and study maps and drive them. And then after I was there about 3 days, or 4 days. I knew everything. Like it all came back to me, places I hadn't even gone to. Again. Like, and I hadn't thought about it again. It just was, I'm in that mode. So maybe it would. And now I'm thinking too, like, okay, so I like to figure out what goes on in history. I wish I could go look at like old objects and stuff at museums, or getting too old for thrift stores, but like good old fucking shops that sell stuff from the 70s. I went to this one, but when I get stuff like that, it helps me to think. I'm thinking, but I think the thing about it though, a lot of the buildings just are like that. You can go to places where there's buildings from the times, and that's what does last, and maybe some other stuff, and maybe you think about stuff like that in the ruins and stuff. The best is Cleveland. They got all the old. They have cool stuff. I mean, from before, but because I do that up in Boston, but that's from like 1890 and stuff. Or God, it even gets 70, 75, right after Civil War, they're building everything. Everyone's coming into those towns. They get the fuck off the farm. And it's useless anyway. It gets so farming doesn't work up there. They go out west and they have better transport. So you just have poultry fucking... God, you have chicken farm and you'd have the cow like feeding and milk lot. And then the egg producing a lot wherever. It's really that bad. And they zip it on in. And probably even a train just gives it a day, a ride takes a day or something. Maybe. So it just gets to be, it's not valuable and it's not worth it. Everyone goes out west. And so all the thing around Massachusetts, it gets abandoned. It's like, turns back to woods. And people come to those towns and it's so fucking cool. And you just feel it in all the history. Now down here in Florida, it'd be like that, but just for some of the weird stuff. Carbondale probably would be like that, especially since I was there. I gotta go back. We gotta go back. That's an Easy Rider. We gotta go back. That was such weird. That was weird. Damn. Yeah, so Oliveira was trying to, he would like do something, talk or something like this. God, that's in before I go to the fucking thing, isn't it? Let me think how this works. Yeah, that's gotta be 85. Damn, it is, isn't it? Okay, so that's what's going on with that. And my dad's being fucked. And he puts me down in Florida. God, he has to take me. I have to go down there. Damn. Takes me out to the fucking, way out in the Everglades. I have to go out there sometime. I gotta go out there, man. It's way the fuck out there. It's like gate number 10 or something. I used to have it, and it's kind of the same as hammocks and everything. I think you just park there. Like the hammocks as in those like, that's another word. That's a hominin, right? Or whatever. So it's not the hammock you sleep in, but it's a little jungle thing. Like that's out in the swamp, and the dirt goes way up, and so it's up out of the water a lot of the time, or all the time, whatever. And it accumulates for whatever reasons, it keeps accumulating up there. And I could just I'll start doing it. speculating, right? Like Yale Wilson's Sociobiology. And then the other book is a Sand County Almanac. Not country, it's county. It's a Sand County Almanac. And he did speculative stuff. That was cool. That's the original, I think. See, I know my shit. Because that'll be in the library if you're a sociologist. You know, it's one of your things. That's not directly sociology, whatever. And Helena Scott Nearing. Oh, God, now I got to revisit Scott Nearing. That's some weird shit. He knows some stuff, man. That was some weird stuff. Oh, now you know. Now he's over the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, Helena Scott Nearing. How they're all the way against animals, even against beekeeping, right? Because it's slavery, right? You know, and they don't want any machines. They want to do stuff except for their cement mixer, like an electric cement mixer, or maybe it's gas. That's the only thing. And they say that's their one exception. And their stuff, and if you look at it, it might be over the top, and you know, okay, it's like kind of, they're letting you know. Like it's just too much. It's kind of cuckoo. And there's supposed to be an alternative thing, guys that critique him and say they're kind of fake, and they go volunteer there, and they know, and it's all this fake shit. So it probably is. But then they let you know by being so extreme. It's probably a placeholder. Because he's like it was involved. He would get looked at. You know, he's supposed to be all communist, but then he can get in his lane where he's like all the way anti-Soviet Union. Because it's just appalling how you don't just, you're not farming. Why are you in a factory? Actually, you might be right too, because it's like they're going to murder everyone. Their basic thing is like using American stuff to modernize the Soviet Union. And they're going to gear up and just have a military economy and have to fight the war. And to keep from being genocide. And like it's all a cooperative thing and people get paid off. And it's really fucked up. And you'd be right about it. And so that's another thing to look to him, because he'd be not like he would just know, but something is feeding him the part. And so he could be the opposite. He'd be saying some wisdom, probably. By his own intransigence, you know, he'd be like all the way like anti-modern, whatever, but like you know. And that's even before the maybe that's in the Ukrainian famine and stuff. I mean, he starts early and he splits with them. He doesn't like them. But yeah, some of the studies, Scott Nearing, what he says. I used to read all his books and stuff. Or a lot of them. God, I wish I had read more books or knew. I didn't know anything. Now I would just go, God, I could just sit and read. I was reading some more of that Munsey's magazine in the car at the temple. But most of it's crap, and like they have stories. But that's probably some good stuff. There's one magazine, and I didn't bring, there's some that I don't have that are like in some other shelf. The one about Florida and California and stuff. About California especially. They're a little bit separate. I think they were different sizes, so like these are like size so I can compact them and wrap them, and they're never going to get fucked up. Get them all bound up, and then I can toss it around. It's all wrapped in cardboard paper, you know, trash, shopping bag kind of thing. But there's this one, I open this page, and it's this other guy that's got the cool stuff and all the cool chicks. What is it? Is it a New Yorker thing? What is it? Oh God, the New York Gazette or something like that. That thing is cool. It's like 1902 and 1904. And it says something, it's like Woodrow Wilson's advertisement for his new book. Okay? 1902 or something? Or was it even earlier? Oh God, it might be like, no, wait, that one's 1998 or something, 1898. Like his new, something like that. His new book, Woodrow Wilson, and he's a president of Princeton. Like, they had called it New Jersey College University before. So maybe it's like when so they're changing all this stuff and getting modern universities. And they had just started Johns Hopkins just right when he went there. Like, he's one of the first guys that went to that, and that's all created for the shit. That's very interesting. You got educated there, partly. And so Woodrow Wilson, he's like a doctor, professor, but it starts out something, President Woodrow Wilson. It's just weird. And then later it says Dr. Wilson. But it says president, and it's weird. And if you didn't know the date, first I was like upset. I thought I was being retarded. I had to go check the date of the magazine again. And it was, no, they're like, he's president of Princeton University. It's kind of weird. President Woodrow Wilson. You're not supposed to have any idea he'd ever be president. And so that's kind of weird, like maybe, right? And then you got, this 2-page spread. That's on the left, you got that. And a bunch of ads, and that one's taking over a third of a page or something like that. It's kind of a big thing, or half, or a third or quarter. A picture of him with his douchey, his glasses without the fucking ear things. They just hook on. Woodrow Wilson. And then over on the other side, what is that one? That one's, that's another, just in case you think. And then, oh God, what was it? Oh yeah, I just got back from all over. I went to Manchuria and Russia and Japan or something like that. And I find, you got to buy my book all about it. And I think the war of Japan and Russia is inevitable now. Oh yeah, because that is okay, so that is 1904. Okay, see, I'm remembering now. Because it's 1903 or 1904. It's right before the war is going to start. Like that next year in 1905, and Russia gets trounced. But I'm telling you, that's all a setup. But you can see how much people are just saying, definitely there's going to be a war. Maybe it's not. They're not thinking that, or whatever. And, and they're doing a prophecy or something. So I got to just go through these things some more. Because I think it is. It kind of stands out. Those two things, right? Like on the 2 pages. Where you open it up to. And it makes sense they would be doing that. And it's such a weird combination of stuff. They advertise silver plate, like silverware. They keep doing that. When other times there's military academies and other stuff, rich stuff. Like no silverware. And then there's this one ad, maybe it's Muncie's, maybe it's not, it said it has a thermos bottle to put baby's milk in and stuff. Maybe keep it cold that way too. Or maybe keep it hot. And it says a fly and the milk could mean a baby in the grave. And then they allow that, and it's a thing, and fly, and it's it's a real contrast of, because they're acting like, oh, we have the high life, you're gonna get when you buy an automobile, this is before Model Ts and shit, like it's like that, and they say cars are gonna start coming out, for regular people, I think, but they have that thing, and people live that life, and they're gonna have the fucking influenza for World War One. It's on purpose, the Boston flu. It's a weird mix they do. And that fear and dread, and so I think some of their ads that they're just rich. It's kind of like subsidized, or it's not for real and stuff, or they're gonna be just, or maybe it's both ways. God, man. And a lot of military academies. And now I'm thinking that might not be normal. Because these guys know there's going to be wars and stuff. Oh, it's cool. It's 1998. The guys has pictures from the war, from the invasion of Cuba. And I think the one they're talking about is Puerto Rico. They're fighting. They fought in Puerto Rico too, right? These parts of Cuba. And it shows one picture is a black regiment. It's kind of cool. It has to be like that. But in Muncie's magazine, it goes forward. All of a sudden, there's that one in 1912, and just fucking so fake. Setting up all that stuff. Fucking lying. Okay, I gotta keep going. Yeah, Oliveira. So, God, and he's like, oh yeah, Oliveira. So he's gonna be a sociologist, and part of his thing would be like, oh, I can impose. Why can't I be over by your house? Well, I have to, yeah. And all this shit, and like foot in the door, right? He has to be like that. And actually, my dad's the bad guy, and you can't do that with me. Like it's like, all right, I have to do with my dad, and it's like, it would be like. And especially, like, God, like, where he has to come from. He's a prison guard. And the prison where they always... It's notorious. They say everyone gets raped up the ass. Now I kind of wonder about everything. How true everything is. Menard. Out in, it's in, Chester, right? Is it? Fuck. Up on the hill, it's kind of cool looking actually when you drive by. But okay, yeah, I should start getting this. Yeah. Yes, I see my graduate, dad's graduate student. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, it is, man. So that'll go with... It is what I said, too, isn't it? I got it all. It's kind of fucked. I have to go back and forth, like that guy, the kid with his spine. Like, I know they fucking did... Like, if your evidence, or whatever your thing, it looks like, oh, they did it. They played with this evidence, right? You think that. Right, and the shit they did with me in Florida. Now it's like, wait. It's like the fake out. That means the Florida stuff with the dog, so they don't have that happening to a kid. And they would know, too. Like, if they're going to be in that adamant, they would know that it didn't happen. Down in Florida, the Air Force Intel, or whatever the fuck it is, that did that thing to the Pharaoh. And getting me going. Paying attention. Yeah, the 501 house. That's pretty good, right? Oh, I'm always going to get that guy's name, too. And then maybe his older brother's name, and once you get that, and like whatever. Man. And you can start to see where things might go. They all work together, but there's a certain flow. What's his name's coming in? Yeah, I got it too. They moved up. Yeah, that's their big thing. It's their witness protection program, weaponized and corrupted and expanded, and they can just disappear and come and go and switch IDs and stuff. Yeah. Damn, man. It's so funny. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, they'll watch it be. They will. Oh, yeah, she's going to be Secretary of State. It's going to go around, right? Watch it be. Remember I said it. It will be. They got like a lot more where that comes from. Believe me. I mean, all the stuff I'm doing, like, it's not like, oh, they It's like they can't go be a historian. And how would you do it? You'd have to be, like, reason it out like me. I have to go through the crucible to do this. And have a personal genius. I mean, that's presuming I'm right, which I am. To even be able to do this. Otherwise, you have to get it through something else, or someone has to tell you. Or Alex Jones is always like, I got a source that said something. It's like, come on, man. And they'll always be saying something, and it could always lead you some other way. And it'll be endless, cuckoo. And I had to study that particular thing with science. You know, and do the nuclear reactor. I have the fast neutron reactor. And it's like, fuck. Shit. I had to fucking struggle with thorium reactors. And like, oh, why can't this world be, why can't we have our molten salt reactor? It's so terrible. Oak Ridge National Laboratory really had it together. Oh, this is so terrible. You know, I read the whole fucking thing. I knew the whole fucking thing before it was ever talked about, like on the regular internet. You have to be a particular. God, then the Brandeis guy. I had to find out. Well, how does that work? Studying environmental science. He was listening to me all about it. And the fact that he's like studying environmental science, or says, and has his professors that are pro-nuclear. So they got their ears up. I'm listening. Or maybe get me going. Like, they don't help me say anything, but I'm talking. And the Hezbollah guy. God, I saw him in distance, and like, I go up and talk to him and say hi. But he looks depressed or something. And maybe it's just because I'm there, so he has to look, I'm going to stand here depressed now. Maybe it's just when I'm there. Like, the guy's depressed now. You know, you think Occupy Boston comes, now you have Hezbollah guy. You know, or he's with all the tribes there. And with his big beard. And you think it'd be his happy time. And that's probably to keep me away. It's probably not really. He's like that, but I decided to not do that. And then I have the Brandeis kid. And it's probably even like that. That was my little friend, my special friend. And what the hell is it with man. God, man, there's so many parts. Yeah, that was some weird stuff at the temple, wasn't it? You got the fucking weird. Oh, State Department, fucking weird. CIA, State Department, whatever the fuck it is, man. God. It's like, what the fuck? Now, God, it makes sense with my dad now. How he was. It all makes fucking sense. It never made sense. Or how he could be the way he is. What would motivate, what would be the thing, what could it be? It's weird. When you have a whole thing, there's such a thing that will be running you, and sort of, and you have to turn, and then it makes sense. If I had known back then, I would think that. And I've always been kind of like this. I don't trust him. So, God, man. We had a Volkswagen Beetle, a Volkswagen Bug or Beetle, whatever you call it. That's our first car. Back when I was like 2 years old and stuff, all the way back. Maybe 1.5 years old. So we had that. And something would pull down in the back or something to do back seats or to do something. It was weird. Something would adjust. And that thing was like, I guess it's not as bad when you're little. And it was like, you had to be horrible, and I always wanted to have a real car. And I think, yeah, we got a real car before we moved to Carbondale. So we got a 2-door car, finally. But we had that Beetle for a long time. So then we had a, regular, what do you call it, 2-door car. And then I wanted to have a real car that would have 4 doors. And I was always pining away for that. Because that's really annoying. That shit's annoying when you're a kid. You have to get behind a seat like that to get in. You don't have a door. I was getting car sick. We had that car. We moved to Carbondale. Then the station wagon. And it was like, wow, like everything. And then the oil embargo hit. That's like right before it. Oh shit! Isn't that fucked up? God, man. So they were having a Volkswagen before, and all of a sudden it's a station wagon, and it's like, oh shit. God, I wonder if it'd be worth it to just have another car with that, too. Just in case or something. Mr. Schultz had a scooter, at least later. That's pretty cool. But everyone rode a bicycle. My dad rode a bike. And you could just ride to the university. We're right near it. In the good neighborhoods. Pretty close, actually. God. We go to the, when we got to Carbondale, we go to the Unitarian Church. That was funny. Yeah, so the roadway executive moved in next door. Probably right before the divorce, or a year or two. And that was the thing. That was a setup, man. My dad knew, too. That's part of the shit. Because we're all sitting at the picnic table once. And I can tell. Isn't that funny? So socialized. And that guy was kind of cool. That guy was like FBI or something. He seemed like it. The executive. And the wife is, oh my God, go where? Go where? Go where? Jesus Christ. Oh God, man. That was some weird shit. And so I was at 803, so that's 805. And then 807 would be the Fords. And they would complain because my cat bed springs would get burned, so we put a big bell on them. We had a cowbell from a toy cowbell. It's like a great big bell that would ring. The cow was supposed to wear a toy cow. But I think he's partly making it like he's always serious. That's a special thing. And they probably put up with bed springs a lot. And that's even their beard or their excuse. You suck your cat. Probably, right? It was weird. Even that they had a rabbit nest that was in a tree in the front. I wonder if they can do that. They can do that, right? Can't they? Yep. There you go. So the tree in the front, it might still be there. Maybe it died. God, we had more trees and they died. Well, the crabapple trees go away, die after a while. But we had another gum tree we put in, and it got really big. Then it died, because the soil's eroded. You had to put more stuff on it. You had to keep, and it just gets run off. It just fucks up. It needed to be dealt with, and I didn't know. But damn. But man, there's a rabbit nest there. My cat was going to get rabbits. That was a setup, I think, even though it sounds really weird. Because there wasn't, I never found a rabbit nest otherwise. It was just right there, right in the front yard. And it's kind of very exposed, even though it'll have a little hollow thing. And they probably gave it its comfort zone and did some other shit. Might have just stuck its ass right in there. I bet the fuck they did. They did. Okay, there you go. They did, man. Because this will go to the shit. Okay, so Bed Springs would walk around, get a baby rabbit, and we all cry. He'd walk around under the windows, and the baby rabbit would be screaming. And I fucked up. I got a rabbit once, and I was trying to... Oh, man, I get so much guilt. I think it died. Or I put it back when I was getting sick. I could take care of it by myself, but that's stupid. That's where he's got ate up all those rabbits, or they disappeared. And there's the rabbit. That was fake, man. Okay. And the Fords did that. Okay, so there you go. This will connect to the shit. Oh, fuck yeah. That's some good shit. Okay. And just to have the idea and a connection and to the wabbit, lastly wabbit, the rabbits and tularemia. Come on, man. Okay. Because, okay, so the rabbits were in there, in that front yard. And so then, when I went to new school, that might have just been the year before I went to new school. Maybe it's the year before. I went to new school for the 6th grade. I had gone a little bit for the 4th, like I said. They put me back in public school. But, so I go there in the 6th grade, 6th and 7th grade. For the 6th grade, Mike Stearns was at the school. Mike Stearns, Sam Ross. They're both in the 8th grade. They're going to age out. I guess Kathy's in the 8th grade too. Yeah, they're all graduating. Probably Russell's 8th grade. He pushes a broom. And Mike Stearns' brother, Tom Stearns, is probably 7th grade. Even though he's way bigger than Tom. Kind of round. And stuff. Like, he seems like a streetcar named Desire. Marlon Brando, when he does that. Like that kind of shape. Like that really, perfected thing. Muscle fat. Like perfection. Kind of wonder. But then he got kicked out because he's spit water from the drinking fountain on my brother. Like I had heard about it, I didn't see it. But that was all fake out. They orchestrated that probably with him. It's supposed to be a thing. They do fake out. Mr. Principal that ends up like he ends up being a science teacher at Lincoln Junior High. So he's our principal at New School. He does the science. Like I said, he had polio when he was a kid. He's like, I'm so upset he does it to fake out. So when he kicked Reggie out, Reggie was in my mom's CETA program and was working. And then Reggie had to get told he's not supposed to play on the playground with kids. He's supposed to just push the broom. And it's like more broom. And someone had complained. Someone from a union had driven by or some shit or whatever. And really, that's just... And then Reggie, it's like bam, this fucking thing slams down. Their big old cabinet that's like 6 feet high, got thrown down on the floor by him. It's like a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And the black guy, instead of just slamming the book, like, oh, you can't go to college now. It's like fucking now your CETA program. Now you got to push a room. Now you can't do some other shit. That was a fake out. I know that now. I just figured that out. I figured it out a couple days ago. That's fake out. Him and Reggie. So they're. But then back to the forts. Okay, that rabbit. That was a setup. They put the rabbit there. Okay, because then later, I'm not sure. It might even been 2 years later or something. Because this might have been early. It might not have been though. No, it's probably like somewhat years earlier. Because Bed Springs, I got him maybe. God, I was just 6 years old. Yeah, Bed Springs. You might have gotten a different Bed Springs later because Bed Springs disappeared and they had to go find him. Someone had him, so maybe they had gotten rid of him and put him back, put a different one or whatever. Bed Springs is badass. And so Bed Springs goes through his thing. Well, I guess he'd just be doing that for years, though. He gets all feisty. So that might be going on years later, 5 years later. The 6th grade would be 76. I'd be turning 12. Yeah, so maybe Bed Springs. Something with the rabbits, but I thought it was kind of fresh in my mind because I was in the 6th grade and we were out somewhere, probably out that place in Diane Land. We had to go out to those farms. They would take us to these farms way out and around, hook around, go down through Marion County, whatever, Williamson County. Williamson? Yeah, Bloody Williamson. And go around and go south to Diane's comfort zone. They sure like to do that shit. And we're at this one time we're at the big old farm thing in the 6th grade. So maybe my rabbit thing with Bezries is 3 years earlier even, but probably not much more. I mean, that's just one of my memories of how to find rabbits. But we're all out, and they would have done it like this too. Tom Stearns is like, or Mike Stearns, he said, oh, he always saw a baby rabbit was around, right? So all of a sudden there's a baby rabbit, and that's like, fucking, come on. And you go, hey, let's find the rabbit. And so I think it was that. And then we had to go put it back. And what the hell? And I said, everyone look for the rabbit nest. And I went right to the trees, and I looked through the trees, and I found it real quick. And it just seems weird. It seems weird. It's out there with a rabbit, so that's a fucking setup. That's some weird shit, man. Here's some more rabbits. Here's me with rabbits and some rabbit stuff. That was weird, man. And, yeah. Yeah. And that was weird. That was some weird stuff. Let's go find it. Oh, yeah. So, damn. Yeah, so that's what that was, man. So the Fords are like, that'll be some. That's funny, man, because that's in the fucking. That's funny. That's in the thing, like the whatever. That's funny. Maybe they're related to the Fords. But probably. That was 807, right? Skyline. Then you go up the ways, you go all the street, and you get James Quisenberry at the end. And then Vic Koenig Chevrolet guy, Steve Koenig was the kid. He's like a house down from Quisenberry next door. But there used to be the kids up there, and I found out, like, it's funny, the CIA has to tell me there's no Santa Claus. Like, I told my brother, I'm like 6 years old or whatever. That's funny. And I'm saying, something like Santa Claus. 6? I don't think I was 7. Maybe it was 7. And his kid, maybe my age or a little younger, and he said, there's no such thing. He said, how do you get the presents? Your parents bring it. And that was the CIA. That was a fucking kid. That's the shit. Okay, like I happened to randomly run into him walking up around the street before they had a no-go on me. Because I used to be with them. I used to be in the thing with James Quisenberry. I had to go have a play date with James Quisenberry and all shit. And a play date across the street with all the kids, with all the plans. I had a feeling maybe he had plans of, it might not be right, but I don't know why I think it. And maybe it's from me wanting and looking later, but I had a feeling around the 501 house, but that might just be, that could just be all in my mind, imagination. But even that, the source will be something. And that's years later thinking that back. And from looking at maps or whatever, I'm thinking. Like that in the back of a Winkler. But that might be not correct. But somehow it's still, but it might be. And anyway, like why I think that is there's something. Like it's in the zeitgeist, whatever, and the LSD, whatever. Damn, man. Fuck. God, I wish I knew. So interesting. It wasn't like a bad place. As I was saying, Cape Coral, all this shit's like fascinating. Everything's going on. See, I'm not going to waste it again. I'm going to be like, this is Carbondale, there's nothing. There's like everything. It was like, till I'm annoying with it. It's like everything's here. It's crazy. Damn. And make sure you know, they got that cardboard boat regatta in Cape Coral. It's just Carbondale and Cape Coral. You make a big thing out of it. Just so you know that little bit. Now, Yeah, but it's funny, that kid, that's the source. That's the thing. There's no Santa Claus. See, the CIA told me that. And I could tell the way it comes on and stuff like that. It's something, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That's the motto, too. I was thinking of that today, and I got to tell you, like, oh man, you got to keep seeing your tongue. No, what's their motto? Like, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. It is, man. That's it, what it is. So, God, man. So I go play with my girlfriend Kelly Foran in the second grade. Go cold calling right across the fucking second grade classroom at the end of the day. Before we all run out, I go like, hey, let's like go hang out. And then, Jesus Christ, nobody fucking does that. Oh, check this out too. Now, nobody fucking does that. And then they had to go fuck me up. Daniel Snyder had to go fuck me up later. First he's like teasing us with these kids, right? Mr. and Mrs. Hawks, like we're married. Yeah, and then it had to be, and she had already gone. They got to her too. And then they did all that shit. And she cut her hair before she dumped me like that. Or I dumped, well, it's kind of, I out dumped her. I jumped the gun on it because I fucking knew. Like I had to dump first. Shit, man. All the way back then. I feel kind of bad about other stuff, but not her, I mean. About the other girl. Fuck. But who knows? That might be a thing. It's all this weird shit. It probably is. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yep. Oh, fuck yeah. Damn, that was, man. I think Carolyn Cheatham. She's part Native American, too, I think. I think it's true. They were probably going to do some shit. Oh, fuck me. They were nice. But, yeah, oh, shit. Do some shit, man. So it's not just... Fuck. I always wanted to get away from these motherfuckers. I always hate these motherfuckers. And that's why I'm like this. Like they're fucking... You know, this marriage is a bit crowded. Like I've always been like that. With Carbondale and the shit even around wherever else places. Okay, so so I did cold calling, and yeah, she cut her hair short. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose, man. I think that's before. Yeah, it's before. And I'm still hanging out with her. Yeah, so she had gone cold probably a little bit. She just cut her hair without asking me anything. And they just told her to do that. They had this shit set up because she's from those fucking neighborhoods. Not the 501, but like you go more to the right and up and around, down and up and down. The other side. God, that was a thing. I got that all on my own too. And then they had to get her going. Get it activated and be like, tell me I'm shit. Fuck, man. Okay, so then, but then Gretchen Raywalt, I walk, a little bit later, I go right up and ask her. Now, I don't know for sure. It could be that she wasn't in the second grade before. Maybe, in that class, she might have been new. Like after. That'd be funny, just to think about it. That'd be funny. I went right up and asked her. We go to her house. And it's like the second lobster scene. And all the other stuff. And the, oh my God, or the bedroom scene. The second, from Annie Hall. Like she's nice enough, but we went to her place. And I think she might have not been in the second grade. I think she might join that class after. Isn't that fucking funny? I think maybe, but I'm not sure. They know I'll just go right up to her. Like that. I guess my thing. Because I'm not crushed out yet. Okay, so... But she... Raywalt. Mr. Raywalt was our principal at New School later. Isn't that weird? And Gretchen, she never went to our school or anything, to New School. She's like wherever else in public school. And they act like that's normal. And yeah, Mr. Ray Wald. He was there. So he came in after the other guy, the guy who had polio, the science teacher, the one that helped me get tularemia and stuff. You know, made sure I knew he had polio because they did that to him. And they had to save him. They could have left him and let him go crippled all the way. And he makes sure you know. Like if you ever get to this level, you're going to know. Like nothing he could do. There's nothing he could do. And actually by engaging, you know, that's the way you could actually make anything good, I'm sure. Like if you're like that. Once it's my mom or whatever, and shit, with a tularemia, she went and gave the blood samples to the fucking lab. They had her take all the big wads of blood at the end. Like, so it's like, here we are, all gung-ho. You know, in case anyone wonders, to the Department of Public Health. That's down in Chautauqua. You know, just, you know, you go, and you're going to get ready to go into the university. And what else? Like, God, man. Like, yeah, Mr. Raywald. So he came in. So I don't know if that's like it's 1 year, one and then the other. Like, or how are they, or what the timings were. It might have been, yeah, it might have been like the the polio guy, he didn't go through the whole year quite all the way, and it's Mr. Raywald, or it might not have been. Probably. Might be something like that, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. And, that's so weird. It's just so out of place. It's so out of place, man. Yeah, so the Fords with a dam with a rabbit and the stuff. I'd be like, hey, we gotta put a rabbit, or you gotta just let people fuck around your fucking front yard. And put a fucking rabbit. God, that'd be too weird. More like they'd do it. Because that was an odd place for it to be. That tree might still be there, too. It was some kind of oak tree type thing that probably shouldn't ever go away. I think. I bet it's still the fuck there, 807. Okay, so we're at 803, and right directly across the street, whatever that is, where the grumpy guy's Oscar. Like he said, my brother called him Oscar once, and so my mom must have gotten into his files, because my mom's CIA feds, like he actually did that. Had a big thing. And he's with a Bonino stuff. He goes with Flagger. I get the feeling. And then, check it out. YouTube, Google, the Google bot mocks him for it. Like, it's like the house down from that. Look at the street view. It's got the black guys in their fucking, with their truck and their, or that's what that means, the guys who mow his lawn. Like, the big old fucking trailer thing they pull with all the lawnmowers. It's got that thing there. And that's Flagger stuff. This thing is that it associates. And it's funny, Google has to make fun of it. So you know. And you go up the street. But God, man, so now we know Mr. Schultz and all that. Oh my God. And then send Larry out after we. How the fuck does that work? Damn, toward the end, and that's Larry. That's not like the 501 house. That's the fucking. That's weird. And they have to bring on the naughty, like my bully, to 501 house, and he's like closed down. It's like that, whatever. That was kind of weird and random. Because he's just with all the feds and stuff, and the witness protection stuff. Like I said, it's all that. that they use. That's all their shit. And it does go to it'll go to Olivero too. Probably. All the prison stuff. Like I said before with the other one. Probably their little track. And Larry, God, his mom went to be a lawyer. She would not be seen. I can't be reached. She would not be observed. I just remember it got like that. Like, I'm away from the kitchen. She's always real nice. And no, you're not going to look at me. You are not going to figure me out. You're not going to have any memory of me. She did that. And she was always real nice. But she did that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure. Because I used to go there. I used to just go there sometimes. Once in a blue moon, you have to go down and see Jeff Schultz. Go like, ring the bell. Jeff Schultz, you got to come out. I got to talk. You got to tell me about history. Tell me about the fucking, he knows all the stuff. It was American Revolution. He wouldn't study Civil War back then. Later he got into that. Like you said. But like I talked to him on the phone once. When we were all grown up. But. And he was going to Champaign-Urbana. He was going to Illinois University, whatever. Damn. I think. And so, yeah, so that's that thing. You have James Cousinberry on there. So you have Larry. Damn, man, that part of the CIA. And Larry is so... His mom is just so after him or something. That's if I ever get the fear or no, then I'd be afraid. But yeah, so I came with that. God, man. Sending people. Shit, man. Trying to think. Fuck. God, now I know, man. Damn, that fucking creek was just under surveillance. We used to walk the whole creek. And you have to work it a certain way. It's under surveillance all the way. They got the tripwires. They got all the shit. They had everywhere, all the woods around, everywhere. And you got sensors. It's like that high level Vietnam stuff, surplus and whatever. They got it. It's all up there. The whole thing was rigged. All those. And you go around the water tower and back there in those old orchards that go away. That's all that. They have all of that. And all the entranceways, all coming off a road into something. Yeah, it was. Let me see. Damn, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that was. Hey, no, and figuring out or doing it. Yeah, getting an idea where the fuck. Or for whatever the fuck. Damn, man. All those fucking neighborhoods. All that shit. And all along telephone wires, all the shit, or wherever, to like whenever the cars drive by in the middle of the night. And get some clicking and timing and recording. They were recording all that shit. They could just go back and work their way backward and figure stuff out. That's how it was. Man, that shit got me going, man. I had to... Oh, man. So that's what that is. Okay, so that was like the fucking embassy. That's like some fucking shit there. Damn, man. It was. You go from our neighborhoods going up toward the university, some of those old places, and that's where all that fucking MK Ultra, all the LSD, where they say they're selling it from. Damn, man. That is so funny. Yep. God, man. That's why this one kid, I met this one weird kid, or actually you run into him sometimes, the other kids know him. Then he talks like he has all this stuff, and then you get to his house, he's all been lying, and he's real boring. And it's all on purpose, too, and he's making it that way. And it's all like this fucking thing he does. And that guy knows his shit, but that kid, maybe a couple years younger than me, 3 years younger than me. Oh, maybe a little bit more younger than that, maybe 4 years, something. But I ran into him once, and maybe I didn't. I hadn't heard about him yet. Then I'm talking about him later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's that kid." And, so we just start talking. He's real nice, and he wants to hang out. He's got, so we need to go to his house because he's got the best stuff, the toys, and he wants to bring me there. And he says he's got military surplus, cool stuff, like I think a bazooka tube. I think he had that, he said. And it was like that, okay? So when he's talking, yeah, I got this, it's like fucking great. And we get there, and I ask him where is it, and it's like, there's a cardboard tube or some shit. Like, it doesn't even play with it that hard. And it's like, it's not even like hooked together with anything else. It's like a piece of shit. And he's like that. And he's all depressed. Because that's just the fucking line he's pushing. And he was like lying. And it's not like he has a mental thing. I used to think he has a mental thing. But no, that was the thing he runs. And the thing with him, because he's very intriguing. He's got it or will have. He would have the bazooka or will have it. Or the fucking things. That's the shit. That was the shit, man. And he's up in those neighborhoods behind Freeman Street. You go south of Freeman Street and you can't get through. You have to approach it by Chautauqua. Kind of something like that. It's those things. And then it doesn't go through. There's some places like that. I think it's like that up in there. And it's funny. God. They weren't sure what they were going to do with me first. That was later, though. I mean, I was like, I'd be like in the 7th grade by then, or 6th grade, or 7th maybe. Oh yeah, and then he had a house, and he lived with his mom, and there's I guess it was his dad too. Yeah, you hear about it. And his dad had to sleep. He works weird hours. And I called on the phone once. I felt really bad later because there's just nothing to do. There used to be no internet, so I guess we did talk. I called up on the phone to talk to him, and it rang. I just kept letting it ring. It rang like 40 times or something. I didn't hang up, because that's how it was back then. And finally, I thought it was just, God, finally, the dad guy, whatever, answers. Like he had been sleeping. And he was all nice and shit, too. I felt so fucking guilty. That's probably set up on purpose, too. That's one of those things. Like, he didn't even have to bitch at me. And he's all nice about it. No, he's not here. I asked this guy. Kid is there. He's not here. God, man. Isn't that funny? I had some growing up to do. Like he has to work the night shift or something. And that might have been set up. That was funny, man. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, so that kid, he make it boring on purpose. I think that was some weird shit. It reminds me of Occupy Boston. And the kid I hung around with then. Damn. So there you go. So I'm going to keep going. We had our deer. Hey, that's not reflected here. It's pretty cool. We got a big mess. I took everything out of the car. Sometimes it gets so warm in here, so it's hard to do stuff. There's that. Damn, man. Now we know it's fucking CIA. Carbondale, Illinois. And YouTube has to be like, say something. Like, I don't know, you must be schizo or your shit. He thinks it's that. Like, when it's like, fucking, I've been saying it now, it is. Like, come on, man. Give me that shit. Man. Damn. Yeah. I was thinking of some more stuff later. I know there's more stuff though. I feel kind of tired. I know there's more stuff. Let me see. Yeah, the kid with those drawings and stuff when I first moved in. Maybe I was 6, or maybe I was 7 or 8. Maybe it's a little bit. Not my first, because I moved in just before I turned 6, or I was 5.5, whatever. I turned 6 in October, at the end of October. So moving in the summer, maybe early summer, I moved up around the way in June or May. We get to our house after a couple months. So my dad we rented a place for a couple months. Or something like that, because my dad was fixing up the house for a little bit. Maybe checking the wiring or something. But, damn. Yeah, I think of that. I do think of it there. On those diagrams. Like it's the sewage system and all the, whatever around Winkler School, the back of it, but maybe not. That just might be in my mind. From stuff. God, that's just fucking weird. Guess they do all that shit, man. And Doris, like, I first come in and like I'm playing with Ken Gray. He's like, damn. Yeah, that's some Alan Everingham shit, because he can run. They give it away. That's not just, that's nurture and nature. They're bred like that. That's really the thing. Damn, man. That is, like, he could play football, whatever, like a Vade, he's yeah. He had the Christmas tree, the old Christmas tree, and I couldn't catch him. I couldn't touch the Christmas tree anywhere. He'd go back and forth. Not even just keep running one way. He'd like turn and do full circle. And I can't get it. And not blowing out of regard, staying in the yards. It was ridiculous. But they practiced him like that. He has this fucking whole sports thing. They do. Because Alan Everingham, they must have done that with him. They did. That was too much. It was. God, even praying for fucking, yeah, it probably fucking gave, yeah. Okay. And he said the same shit. So I'd go to his house and hang out. That's right near my bus stop, where it ended up being to go to Lewis School. And, so I was still going to Winkler, wasn't I? He was before that. He was when I was in like a 3rd grade or something. Probably 3rd grade. Oh yeah, probably was 3rd grade. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Doris was in the 3rd grade at Winkler. And then, because he ended up being Doris's boyfriend. Later, they said in like the 5th grade, but it's like kind of weird. Like a beard, where, when they make it weird. I have to say it, but so I'd be hanging out with him. That was like a fucking setup I was supposed to be. And he'd be kind of, God, he was so much like a Stepford wife. Like, nobody else is like Stepford. Except him. Like, no one ever does that thing. Like, Alan Everingham's all the way cool. Alan Everingham's got the fucking, all the way personality. Everything's great. He's like fucking made. It's like, no, personality more abundantly. I'm not kidding. Yeah, but that was some kind of thing. And and I'll get to it. Because, okay. And we end up not playing. So we're like doing it for a little while, and he's weird. It's not him. He's wanting to hang out. He just does. It's like that. It's like, oh yeah, come here and do this. And it's like keeping me going, like, because he's been told, like, that's the thing, the assignment. It fucking is. And so what I'm saying is, like, they got the thing like that, and so Doris was like, God. She'd probably be Mouseketeer or whatever. She was so much like Lucy. They were like, we'll put Doris with him, right? Or maybe they already knew. But, fuck. And even being like, that's so funny. And you go to his house, and you go behind his house, and you get to those neighborhoods. You go through the Freeman Street, just doesn't have those side streets. And it says Chautauqua and Freeman. And you have to get to everything from Chautauqua. And then so you go to if you go behind his house and up, you get to these neighborhoods like that. So they always have that. What it used to be, or it probably used to utilize it all, and then maybe they don't. And whatever, but it's this whole structure like that. And fuck. Yeah, so early on, I'm like going to his house. And maybe, when did we see Matthew O'Meara? We got to see him. He was like right in front of David Gray's house or something. We run into him. Me and my brother have our bikes, and there's Matthew O'Meara. Like, he's like way over in Emerald and way up. He lives, but he'd come down there. And these old ladies came by, these ladies, and they started complaining to Matthew O'Meara. We had just met him, and he seems like a lot of fun. And they said, hey, weren't you teasing crippled kids over at Walmart? He does that. He, like, if he sees a kid in a wheelchair, he makes fun of them. Even though he's a really nice person. Like, if it was real sympathy or whatever, it's weird. But that's his, like, thing and his shtick. And, like, they tell him to do that. And then he tells them, oh, go fuck yourself with a bottle, you old bag. Like that. I think he said that, the bottle thing, the whole fucking thing. I'm not kidding. And they were, like, appalled and shocked and clutching their pearls and walking away. But that was all set up. They're all in on it. I know that now. So we meet Matthew O'Meara there. And that was a couple years later. So when would we meet Matthew O'Meara? Because that would be, it might be a few years later. New School, whatever. Yeah, maybe it's just before. See, I don't know. Maybe just before, maybe it was just before I was going to 6th grade. Because Matthew O'Meara's sister, Jennifer, went to New School, Carbondale New School. Maybe they'd always been there. I kind of get the feeling they'd already been there. Sister. But having to go into the 4th grade. First I was at New School, then for a couple weeks. My dad pulled me out of it. It's like some bullshit. And the New School was in town still. It wasn't out in the redneck. Going out toward Diane land. Past Lewis School. It was in town. And so I got pulled out of that after a couple of weeks and put in the public school. Lewis School. I had to get bused all the way out there. So I had to be at that bus stop, and the kids are bullying me. Say my mom looks like a witch with her black hair, the anti-Semitic stuff, the Jew thing. And it's like, yeah. And it's weird how some other people are just not there. When I'd see them around the neighborhood otherwise. Like some people I had to drop back, like the kid that plays And the kids are coming up from his neighborhood, right past his house or something. You know, they're from up in that shit. But he's not there. The kid that plays does wrestling, and that kid's with the banana stuff, with Nat and everything. They run game with him. Shit, but they're really nice. The guy would never fuck anyone over. The wrestling guy, but he did a fake thing once, like where a kid was like bullying me that had never fucking done it before, like some black kid, and then he came by and stopped it. But that was fake out. I think he's actually nice. He has wrestling, and his mom had black hair. And so he had, like, before he would just be around, or I'd see him, something like that. And he was just not there. Like, I don't know if he went to that bus stop later or whatever the fuck. But he's just, like, it's weird that he's, like, absent from all that. And then those kids are coming in and all, like, swarming from his neighborhood to fuck me over. And he's not anywhere. He had an older brother, too. They have to say my mom has black hair, but his mom has black hair. So it's his mom and my mom. They're the only ones I could think of. So it said we're just shit. My mom has black hair, and so I'm a piece of shit. And I think they're doing that. That's to do the Jew thing to make you think of that later and stuff. And there's a horrible white trash kids and stuff. Thank God, man. My dad's in on that shit too. My mom wasn't in on it. She was upset about it and stuff, you know. And my dad's in on it. My dad was in on it, he knew. And that fucked. He's such a piece of shit like that. It is. I know.